Hello, Internet, and welcome to another installation of Elegant Magicks, the Good Society tale of incantations and infatuations in Bexley under Mount Whitebridge. It just rolls so trippingly off the tongue. Thank you. I'll take that. Put it right there. Welcome back, friends. If you're a usual viewer of us, welcome back. If you're coming in for the first time, you are going to be extremely confused, but still, welcome. We appreciate you. Maybe recommend going back and watching the last 5 or 6 installments of this to maybe get caught up, but you can very easily do that, however, on our YouTube page, which is where a variety of our content on GGK is available. Please check it out. And as well, you can then jump on in and have rousing conversations about all of our content on our Discord server, where we are usually hanging out, shooting the shit, and having good times. Come hang out with us. If you are viewing this on Twitch, fantastic. We have VODs available as well, if you'd like to follow us there. And we have tons of other content going on, including tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. We have Neon Souls, our Cypher system cyberpunk goodness game. Valorant's that one, and they can tell you a little more about that later. But yes, please come join us. A couple of us are in that as well. An announcement a little different from regular schedule. There will not be a Saturday nights this week, but we will continue on with our usual schedule for Sunday for Slaying 101, which is at 4 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, come hang out with us this weekend as well. I'm gonna turn this little shindig over to our lovely cast. So if you wouldn't mind telling us who the heck you are, where the heck we can find you on the internet, and who you're playing and what do they want, which is very important here on a Good Society game. We'll go down the line. Let's start with Val.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val at the Kraken's Crowd on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here on GGK from the dates of Thursday to Sunday. I, as Sid said, run Neon Souls on Friday, so come join us for that tomorrow. We play Cypher. It's cyberpunk, and right now they're fighting a parasitic alien species that was bioengineered and now loose on the space station that they're currently living in. So if you like aliens, plural, join us for that. And tonight I am going to be playing Layrd Avalon Cross, who is the socialite and one of the lords of this this town, and their desire is to drive the family that looks down on you to self-destruction and ruin.
And we're well on our way for that one. Savvy.
That's me. Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here most of the time. You can also find me now on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/LBHack'emUp, playing Dungeons & Dragons in a new campaign called Playthings of the Gods. And then you can catch me on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time playing Monster of the Week on twitch.tv/Colonomicon, where I play the super horny goth. And it's awesome. We just had both of our first episodes of those this past week. So those are on the internet, so you can watch them. But tonight, I am playing Jessamine Blackwood, aka Jessamine Booker, the tutor to the youngest Cross sibling. And her desire is to restore her family name and resume her place in society. And if she also gets a shot at Mama Cross, that's fine too.
What's up, Mama Cross?
Who I also play.
That dramatic showdown's gonna be interesting.
It's the final monologue.
We'll leave early for the bio break, and we'll just kind of let Savvy go, I think, is how we'll handle that one. It'll be really good.
I'll write something.
Excellent. RJ.
It's Overlord Cross. I have the high ground. Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I stream sometimes and tweet the nerdiest things in my life, which rarely happen. I have some things to think about in this intro. Whenever I go live, I tweet there, and I'm in a lot of stuff. We're just gonna skip right to it. Hey, I'm playing Jarvis Hawke, who is the careerist, and his desire is to... Nope, that's Jessamine, that's Avalon. Receive proposals from or make successful proposals to at least 2 eligible houses.
Working your way through that one as well. And last but not least, Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex, OMG It's Some Guy on the internets. I'm here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays, though that sometime is would have been this weekend, but not happening. So yeah, the next time you'll see me is back running my Masks game this Tuesday. Should be fun, but that is for then. For now, I am playing Bernard Sinclair, the new arrival, whose desire is to enter into a marriage with someone who truly loves you without revealing your hidden wealth.
And we shall soon see how that goes as well. Excellent! We have our cast of characters. We have a game. But maybe we should do just like a quick recap. Last time on Elegant Magicks. I just wanted that little button. Oh, move on to that one. There we go. Music's fun. Well, we did a little upkeep. We sent some letters to some folks that, I don't know, maybe we'll spot them today. Oh no. We delved deeper into our connections, our cast of characters, and then we went to a party. A fae party, to be precise, which in and of itself was not just one party, but individually a separate party for everyone in attendance, because magic. We got to decide what we wore, we got to decide what the party looked like individually for ourselves, and we got to meet the charismatic and yet slightly mysterious Mrs. Oberon Knox, the official ambassador to the Fae Courts within Bexley, fairly well known by Avalon, and took a bit of an interest in both Jarvis and more particularly Jessamine, which may come up later as well. There were some shenanigans at the party as well, a bit of a unintentional misunderstanding of sorts between Jarvis and Avalon, which resulted in, well, Jarvis getting punched in the face and really bringing the show full circle, which was rather nice. Now I think Alex's character and Savvy's character now have to punch each other at some point. We just got to get it all. Just punches all around. That's also a new GGK shirt. Punches all around. Anyway, it was somewhat resolved. Not really. It was glossed over. And we ended with a bit of camaraderie, I think, between Avalon and Jessamine, and a discussion to, again, go to the upcoming secret meeting for the Arcana Populi, a as yet still underground faction of magic users within Bexley and beyond. But that's for future us. We'll get there. Don't you worry, fair viewer, we'll get there. For now, we have some reputation to do, because we just finished a novel chapter, so that's what that means. Why don't, my lovely players, pull up your character sheets, and let's see what society thinks of you today. Did anyone... Well, does anyone have a very clear-cut answer, yes or no? that they'd like to share with the class, or should I just
I
force
feel
them on it
like Avalon punching somebody at a party is pretty clear cut, acting in disregard to society's conventions or
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, I think so.
doing a bad.
Yeah, Avalon did a little bit of a bad. Like, it got glossed over. It was okay. They got a little bit of leeway, considering that they are the future Baron of the land. But yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking impetuous
Ooh.
as the tag. Either that or like impulsive.
Mm-hmm. I like either one. I think I just like impetuous because it was in defense of their sibling, but it was also, I mean, you can't tell me that they would absolutely have done that if it weren't also Jarvis. So
yeah, I think impetuous fits just a little bit better because of the nature of the situation of why they punched Jarvis. So
I think so too. Okay. I like it. Does that bring you to a third negative tag?
No, that's my second.
Second? Okay. We may have a couple of those coming up, so that's why I ask. We can jump around if anyone else is ready, or we'll just keep going down the line.
I have mine, I think.
Please.
Because Val almost took the word that I wanted to use, which was impulsive. I'm going to say, I went between a couple. I think it's definitely a negative tag. I think it's mostly acted in contravention of society's conventions, because very impulsively got in the middle of Avalon punching someone at a party and handled it on their behalf. That is not her place to do that. And she should not have been talking to Lady Nox that way. Especially lying just straight to her face.
But she got away with it.
Well, I know, that doesn't mean it's not bad.
But...
So if you get away with it, it's not a crime. Sid,
not
2021.
Not in good society, it isn't. We've done much worse things. I don't know if you were here for the previous season, but there were like straight up sex parties happening, and people did not get negative tags for those.
No, that was a different actor in the first season.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, as we know, we're doing a bit of a American Horror Story thing where we keep bringing back actors for different parts. Honestly, and I like, if everyone else feels very strongly about this, cool. But like, I feel like she kind of deserves a positive for that. Because she was singled out by someone of a much higher rank. The ambassador to the Fae Courts took a concerted interest in her, like took her to her own personal party. And she did go on to help pacify a rather uncomfortable situation and try to help save face with her employer. I see that all as a positive. I mean, the rest of the group, like, throw it out there, but like I kind of saw that as a positive within. I
was about to say could be diplomatic, but she already has that tag.
I already have diplomatic.
Yes, that's again like the whole idea being like morally, yes, she probably shouldn't have lied bold-faced to the ambassador to the court. However,
it is like I did a thing that I definitely shouldn't have done, but she liked it.
Yes.
So,
she liked it, and then within society showed a great preference toward you, someone who comes from a humble origin, which she did not have to do, but she did it anyway.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Well, doesn't actually come from a humble origin.
No.
I think she knows that. I'm under the impression that she knows this. Let me think.
Again, I will give you the sort of license to give the final say, obviously, but that's kind of how I saw it, considering that she really was singled out very preferentially by someone of a high standing.
That's true. What's a word for that?
Chat suggested personable.
Personable.
Honored.
Yana.
Yeah.
No. Abject. Thesaurus!
Now, Thesaurus is saying trendy.
I mean, well, considering, you know, her
Also that.
amazing
Hashtag
attire.
blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
I think it says we have to use like
distinguished,
big words.
recognized, privileged,
like-
esteemed,
Esteemed is fun.
venerated.
I'll do esteemed. I like that one.
Yeah.
Listen, I tried to get a negative one.
I know.
And Sid talked me out of it.
I
And now I have 5 positive tags. I tried to get some other ones.
I kid.
You all saw it happen.
I love it. Aw, Jay. You have an idea?
I'm gonna push for a positive tag, I guess.
Go on.
He may seem like a busybody for concerning himself with what Morgan's going through, but he did act in service of duty or morality, in a way that compromised his desires. He doesn't want to be in the limelight any more than he already is.
Okay. I was gonna say he did suffer considerable hardship to his jaw for his troubles.
Wouldn't be the first time. Heyo.
I feel okay with this. I do. I feel okay with this.
Thesaurus. Those are dice. What am I doing? Sympathetic?
Almost there. A little stronger. A little stronger, I
Empathetic?
think.
Empathetic?
Oh.
Some sort of pathetic?
Pathetic. Yes, no.
Jarvis Hawke, pathetic.
Pathetic.
Thesaurus says compassionate, but I don't really know if that's what you're going for.
I mean, that's pretty strong.
I like it. Interested. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Thesaurus. Helpful.
Full of feeling.
Full of life.
Commiserative. Yes, that's a word.
Full of feel. Impassioned.
Generous.
Generous feels like I can work a little bit more with that.
Okay.
Chat says trash fire.
Always a solid.
That's also
No.
solid.
Trash fire?
Trash fire.
All right, just gonna write
Trash fire.
Don't put trash. Do not put trash.
You
Please
can
don't
make
put
an
trash
argument for trash fire being a positive and a negative tag.
I mean,
positive. It keeps you warm.
Did you just put trash fire on your sheet?
Because I totally blanked on what was said.
generous.
Generous, thank
There
you.
you go. I was so distracted by the
Just
trash
wrote-
fire. I thought what I was thinking.
Just gonna write trash fire until you remembered.
Yeah.
All work and no play makes RJ a trash fire. All work and no play make us RJ a trash.
Hey, that brings me up to 3, by the way. Positive.
Yay! So you get
So
a
much
positive
sooner.
reputation tag. Look at you. So let's pull up your family background, which I believe is the ill-reputed, if I'm not mistaken.
I am the careerist, so
Careerist, excuse me. Oh well, no, that's not your family background though. That's your
But isn't the role where you get
the
the
reputation
benefits?
benefits. Yeah.
Because as the careerist, you basically either get someone takes an interest in your career, or you get a junior to come assist you.
there you go.
Are you guys telling me there are rules to this game?
No,
Mm,
they don't exist.
kind of.
You know
Maybe.
what?
That
I'm
doesn't
gonna
seem
set
right.
I'm gonna set myself up for success. I'll do patronage.
Okay.
So that's 1 out of 2 houses I need.
Yeah, do. You want to read that one all the way out loud?
Reputation
time.
tag, positive, patronage. An important person takes an interest in furthering your career.
Who would that important person be? We'll act out a little scene for that one.
You know what? Dealer's choice said, fuck me up.
I mean, I feel like we just kind of have to go with Mrs. Knox on that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, given that she just got to interact with you at the party. So yeah, we'll add that to our top of our visitation list, shall we? Tea with Knox. Excellent. Alrighty. Alex?
So this is where I'm torn between whether or not this would be positive or negative, because the interaction I've been focusing on is when he rushed to, check on Morgan's aid, but at the same time was like, Jessamine, what were you doing? And so it's a question of,
That's right.
there's...
I forgot I was mad at you.
All the way. And out the ass.
You should just assume your characters are always mad at mine. But so there's the, what is it? I mean, it could be any number of these things. So there's acted in the service. So the positives, acted in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromise your desires. In this case, checking on Morgan, the young, not out to society yet way. But at the same time, upsetting a, potential friend / romantic interest. But that could also be, made a sacrifice or denied your own desires, uphold the values of your place of origin, again, kind of defending the young lady. But negative could be, it could go either way, because the negative would either be acted on desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality, or acted in a way that would shame or embarrass your place of origin.
I'm going to say which one is going to make him... Which one is his aunt going to be asking him about tomorrow morning? I guess is the question. Like, which one is truly going to affect him the most in society that would... an unrelated party would comment on it later.
So here's the thing. With his aunt, it would probably be, why'd you piss off a potential, marriage candidate?
That's very true.
To the rest of society, it's like, oh, you went to defend, the young Lady Cross, and, who cares about her, servant, her tutor? She's a nobody. But...
So I will say you could go about this in two different ways. You can either take a net 0 and just not take a positive or a negative at this time, or you pick one. I think it could legitimately go either way. I think it depends more on how he feels about the situation in this case, since we have two very strong cases either way.
Mm-hmm. And see, I can't even ask Morgan's player because I'm Morgan's player.
You are Morgan's player. It's a conundrum.
I think the question is going to come down to how justified he feels at treating Jessamine like that based on what was going on. Because if he feels like, if the feeling of like feeling bad for what he said to her, whether or not her reaction was warranted.
Yeah.
Like, is that the overarching feeling, or is it like, no, I did the right thing? Is that helpful?
In a way, so I think that would lean me towards more acting in a way that would shame or embarrass your place of origin, because he's all about, equality and screw the class system, and yet here he was like, she is more important than you, like, screw your happiness at this party, you should have been on her. I was going to say like a hawk, but that's what led to this issue.
But
yeah, so
You gonna go negative with this one?
Yeah, so negative. I already have uncouth as my starting negative tag.
What's a great way to say putting your foot in your mouth?
Doing an Alex. But yeah,
I like to
cannot
call
be
it-
your own adjective.
Yeah.
I like to call it grovering.
Trash fire.
Trash fire.
No. Improprietous.
Drop the ball.
Indecorous.
Tactless.
Tactless.
That's the word I was looking for.
There we go.
Well, I guess we know I'm not seducing tact.
It is in his name. Someone has to. God damn, I put a fucking beautiful giant man in this game, and as
I
of yet,
said I
no one
would.
has romanced him. And I'm really sad.
Oh no.
I said I would.
Someone has. You know what? That's what I'm adding. I will be adding that today to the collaboration. Someone must romance tact, even if it's temporarily. Someone has to. I'm adding it.
If you romance tack at the end of the night, does that make you tactful?
Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. We've had such a great time at the show tonight. We will see everyone in 2 weeks.
I feel like I deserved that in some way. Anyway, yes. Does that bring you to 3?
No,
Negative
that's only my
text.
second.
That will be your second.
We're
Excellent.
all now at 2 negative tags.
Perfect. Meaning next time something very interesting is going to happen. All right. I believe that completes our reputation portion. So let's move on to rumor and scandal. Come on, you busybodies. Let's make up some stuff about people. All right. So, as a refresher of available things to still be spread, we have Lord Manfred von Karma is the advocate of the Arcanum Populi. Laird Cross and Ms. Booker have been spending an inordinate amount of unsupervised time together. Jarvis Hawke is a member of the secret task force created to take down members of the Arcanum Populi. Well, I feel like we've already sort of done that, but we can make it official. Jessamine is secretly a member of a coven of witches that has infiltrated Bexley, and whisperings around town have led authorities to believe that an attack by the Arcanum upon the college is imminent. Those are still up for grabs for spreading. If they are not spread in this round, they will go ahead and fade into the background. Let's see. Where do we like to start? We'll start from the bottom row. Alex, do you have a rumor for me?
I think to start, I'm going to go ahead and spread that whisperings around town have led authorities to believe an attack by the Arcanum upon the college is imminent. This will definitely lend them some fuel
leeway?
for the yeah.
I like it a lot. Excellent. RJ.
The Arcanum Populi have a hidden vault somewhere in Bexley stored with all of their magical items.
Ooh, so the Arcanum Populi have a hidden vault within Bexley where they store their stolen magical items. Excellent. I like. Savvy.
I want to spread that I'm a witch.
Yay! Savvy Seaworth, making her characters' lives more difficult since, well, forever. I love it. Excellent. Val.
What's the term that we use to the title for the leader of the Arcanum?
The Advocate.
The Advocate. That's what I thought. I was double checking that we don't have anything like this already because it seems like low-hanging fruit. No, I'm gonna go with the Advocate. Is currently hiding somewhere in Bexley.
I like it. Let's see. 2 for me in a row. Member of our Karma is secretly the Advocate. Gotta get our vampire love in there somewhere. And I mean, I feel like they go hand in hand. The Advocate is currently hiding somewhere in Bexley because so is Lord Manfred. I like it. Excellent. Val, do you have another?
I don't know. I was gonna go with some. Do I just go ridiculous?
Yes, please.
Okay. Baroness Cross. How gruesome do I want to go here? I was
Lay it
gonna go
on
with
us.
I was going with something along the lines of like bathes in the blood of infants or something like that. Just something totally off the wall.
The reason she goes through so many employees is that she kills them and bathes in their blood to stay
Yeah.
immortal.
Oh,
Bathes in the
Baroness
blood of
Bathory.
human
I mean,
sacrifices.
Cross. Okay. Bathes in the blood. So when we post to YouTube, we're gonna throw a little something on there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. The blood of human sacrifices. Excellent. Savvy.
I was also gonna do one about the Baroness of Val's.
Yes.
Same brain tonight. I mean, you could do one too. as long as it's
Baroness
not about
Cross
blood
has
bathing.
secretly taken a lover from the Hawke family.
Taken a lover
Dad?
from the Hawke.
I was gonna say Zach.
Eh.
Excellent.
She might be mean, but in my head, she's still hot.
They look good. I mean, for having children
Salts from all the
that
blood.
age. Yeah, obviously. It's the protein, the iron. It keeps her looking really young. Anyway, Archie.
The college is developing anti-magic.
Okay. Of wizardry is developing anti-magic. Ooh, yes. I love it. Alex.
Kind of want. See, the one I've been thinking about was that Jarvis Hawke, though a member of the secret task force for hunting down the Arcanum, is secretly an Arcanum member himself.
Oh, that could be really fun. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll go with that one.
Jarvis Hawke, though a member of the College of Wizardry's elite task force, is secretly a member of the Arcanum Populi himself. Ah, no, rap. Why you do this? Formatting issues, please stand by. Help. have a few that will be leaving us in memoriam.
I will remember you.
Thank you.
Do, 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 do.
Will you remember me?
Do, do, do.
Those are leaving us.
Or
Unsupervised
another
time.
turning point.
All right. So
what you
no.
say?
Are we shooting them now? No.
Yes. The rumors die.
If they don't make the cut,
We
they're
killed
dead.
him.
I can get my rumor
Slaughtered.
musket.
All right, so Jarvis is the secret task force member. Well, that's actually already a thing, but it is no longer a rumor, and neither is Laird Cross and Ms. Booker spending unsupervised time together.
Both true things are
Both
not
actually
rumors.
true things are no longer rumors, because that would be absurd. Excellent. I think we can have some fun with these, friends. All right. Rumors and scandals complete. Let's move on to letters. Letters. We've got letters. Much more appropriate. Letter music. All right. Get your writing caps on. You have some people to talk to. Several people, potentially. That's your writing hat? I like it. It's very floppy. It was good. Do I want to just put pressure on someone, or do I want to take volunteers from the audience?
I mean, I can go. I just thought of one and
Excellent.
could give some people some time. So it's I think there is going to be a letter from Bernard to Miss Booker. And it is basically going to say, I apologize for my behavior at the Fae party. I was a fool and let my concern for Morgan get in the way of my respect for you. Could we maybe go out and get some drinks sometime to try and mend things? No Avalon, no Jarvis, just the two of us. Because we haven't had that chance to interact in that way yet. But I also totally understand if you don't want to give me the time of day currently. So I hopefully await your reply. Bernard Sinclair.
That 30 charisma coming
Red.
into play, I see. You gonna leave him on red? I
8:45
love it. I love it. Let's go down the line then. RJ, you got a letter for me?
Yeah. It's short and sweet and to the point.
Okay, I
And
like
a little
it.
cryptic. He
Even
walks
be-
over
oh,
to
you're
his
speaking my language.
the sapphire earpiece, plugs it in.
Mhm.
He says, Hawk to e4, or red tail to e4. Check.
I like it.
Aren't you just making things easy on himself by giving him a cryptic letter thing to write?
It's the best.
Set up from session 1, baby.
Savvy.
A letter from Ms. Jessamine Booker to Mr. Bernard Sinclair. Mr. Sinclair, I received your letter, and I appreciate your apology. While I was not exactly a fan of the way you spoke to me during our last encounter, I do understand where the anxiety was coming from, and it would not be prudent for me to hold that against you. I would love to have drinks. Let me know when. Miss Booker.
Gonna be writing that visitation down too. So, drinks with Jess and Bernie. Val.
Remind me, I already did. I think the last round of letters, I did the letter from Zachary to
Oh, yes.
Jarvis.
Yeah,
about
because you did the
meeting.
Jason Statham voice.
You did.
I'll
It
look
was
How I
really great.
remember.
forward to more of it.
Yes.
Okay, not gonna do that letter then. Then I think this is a little bit off the rails, but yeah, Avalon's gonna write a letter to Morgan, and the letter says, "Dear sister, I hope that the time comes that you never need to read this, and that things turn out the way that I plan. But certain actions are coming into play, and events coming to pass have made me consider the impacts that the things that I'm doing might have on you, should they not turn out the way that I intend. Know that everything that I've done has been for you, and that I love you very much, and that you might choose to walk your own path in life, but I hope you do so knowing the sacrifices that I attempted to make for the betterment of our family and of Bexley as a whole. I love you very much. Avalon." And what Avalon does is, after writing this letter, reads it out loud, very slowly and deliberately, while they are wearing a copper ring, and they imbue that memory into a copper ring, burn the letter, and then seal that ring away to be given to Morgan at a time that they would be either incarcerated or killed or something like that. They basically seal it in a letter with a wax stamp and put it in their desk, addressed to Morgan. Yeah, I got sad right off the bat, guys.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
Okay.
hopefully she may never get that, but we'll see.
I hope not. I'm a little
Still your
scratchy
second letter to turn things around.
and a little verklempt. I need a moment. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. My first letter will be from Professor Wilmore to Jarvis. And it will be sort of like it's like a flying interdepartmental envelope, you know, like within the college. Sort of ends up where it needs to go, and then, you know, someone else imbues it with magic again and sends it off, you know. But eventually you run out of, you know, spots to do the magic and it just falls on the ground. I'm just spitballing here. Anyway, receive it in your office. And it is very straightforward. It simply says, Mr. Hawke, please ensure that you and your team are ready promptly in 3 days hence. Do not disappoint me. Professor W. And for my second, a Avalon. You are within your chambers when, seemingly out of nowhere, a burst of smoky black mist appears in front of you, and a letter drops into your hands. It is sealed with a wax A, and with your involvement in the Arcanum, you recognize this to be the personal seal of the Advocate themselves. You tell me, I would assume this is probably the first time you've received any direct correspondence from the Advocate?
Yeah, I can't imagine that happens very often.
So yeah, that shows up. And
oh yeah, I was gonna say Avalon like immediately like closes the curtains, and takes out a small vial of copper shavings from a drawer in a or in like distended in like a liquid, and consumes that and like focuses their magical energy to send out a magical distorting pulse out from themselves to try to block out any attempts to like scry on or read this letter, and then reads it.
excellent. I feel like a change of music is necessary here. Yeah. There we go. The letter reads, Layrd Cross. This correspondence may be surprising, I would assume, but suffice it to say that your positive involvement within our order has not gone overlooked. Our understanding is that you intend to bring several potential recruits to our upcoming meeting. While, generally speaking, more than one potential recruit at a time would be considered slightly dangerous, given your sterling reputation within our lovely group, we are willing to overlook this. We trust your judgment and hope to find them willing and able comrades for the cause. However, if this is not the case, do remember that any unsuccessful recruitment does fall within the responsibility of the recruiter. We do look forward to seeing you. And magic to the people. With a flourished A. Okay, now we can go back to letter music. I just needed to do that one. There we go. Val, your next letter.
The second letter is to Jessamine. Delivered to her personal quarters by a servant. And it reads, Miss Booker, I wish to formally thank you for your assistance at the event in taking care of my sister. I realize that I exhibited some amount of impropriety at the event due to that unfortunate misunderstanding with Mr. Hawke. And as I am aware that the two of you seem to have a prior relationship, I hope that you understand my reasons for my actions. I hope this does not dissuade you from our engagement later in the week. And if you'd like to discuss any matters over tea prior to then, please let me know. Sincerely, Laird Avalon Cross.
Jessamine seems to have a lot of brunches coming up.
Always
Aren't you
happens
supposed to
me.
have the Duke over too?
Well, that was going to be my next letter.
It was an
Oh,
optional brunch.
Wonderful. That was optional. Yeah, brunch.
This was an optional brunch, only if she has any problems, grievances.
We can have
Okay.
brunch. That sounds fun. We can do that.
I'm writing brunch parentheses.
Which I said
is-
tea, which happens like 5 times a day.
This is brunch tea.
So,
Brunch tea.
Second tea.
Second breakfast, if you will. Savvy.
I'm going to send a reply to the Duke. First, approved by the Baroness Cross. A very nice sort of formal letter, just essentially saying, thank you for your letter. I hope the talk about town has not put you into a difficult position. The Baroness Cross would very much like to be here to receive you herself. So, and then give a date and time, because I don't know what day it is. I am ever so looking forward to being in your company again. Miss Jessamine Booker. I made sure the day was okay with the Baroness.
I would say you could hash that out with the player of the Baroness.
She
but-
said it's fine.
Wonderful. Good. Good to know. Glad you
There's
guys
no way she
communicated.
doesn't want to host a Duke.
Awesome. I'm glad you and the...
We had a good long
Other
talk
player.
about it.
Okay. Good. I'm glad. Like, that's
to have a
really
discussion
important.
about self-nepotism in this group.
For anyone who's watching this show for the first time, I also play the Baroness.
Sorry for any confusion. That was kind
Right.
of the joke. Yeah.
Here I am, switching my name cards around. And there I go.
RJ.
You know what? Let's throw their hat in. A letter from Skylar Maddox to Bernard Sinclair. Bernard, I know you are doing your best, but it has been several weeks since we last spoke. We need to talk. Skylar.
Skylar is worried. Alex, you'll find a letter.
What, am I getting kicked off the show? Is this the final
Your
letter?
absolute final, last one ever. Sorry. For this cycle of epistolary.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else too pressing, so it probably is just a confirmation to Skylar, like, yeah, of course, and, gives them probably be, the very next day of, like, this is when I'm free, but, we can, figures out when to meet up with Skylar.
Yo, buddy, I got work, but like we can get drinks after. You okay? Essentially, I like it.
And then RJ did point out in the chat or in our Discord that we forgot to do reputation for the factions.
Oh, thank you. See, we are playing this new expansion to the game that we've been playing for over a year, and it has other steps. Also, it's been a day. So, yes, thank you for that. Now that was our final letter, let's go back and do our reputations for our faction, shall we? did we have any negatives for any members of factions? I believe we did, if I'm not mistaken. The Arcanum had a negative there, Avalon. Did Avalon have a... That was a negative,
I
right?
had a negative, so.
Yeah, so it's a -1.
I assume that happens after the letter was sent to me about my sterling reputation.
Yes. Also, someone set off firecrackers outside my apartment just now. Woohoo. Woo. Okay, so -1 for the Arcanum for now. But we did have some positives for others, correct? So, or as I've literally forgotten what happened 15 minutes ago, RJ, did Jarvis have a positive or a negative?
You got a positive.
Is a positive? Okay, so college gets a positive. We have no other official members. Did we see any that we're aware of? Any of the other leaders within the novel chapter? I don't believe we saw any of them. We didn't.
That we know of.
That we know of. But that's all that matters in society, is what you know about. Okay, so we're good there. So I think that's it. So we gotta bring the college up and bring the Arcanum down. I think we just sort of net zero to them as to what happened the last time, if I'm not mistaken. Pull that up. Yeah. So that's another minus. So we're back to a -2 Arcanum. And, well, college, you can't go up any further. Congrats. You're still as high as you can go. Woo. Okay. Perfect. That's covered as well. So now we can move on to other fun things. Such as our visitations. I believe we have several on the docket. Just order, really, is all I need. So holler at me if you need me to add something here. We have one that's definitely required. We have Tea with Nox because we have a new positive reputation tag. The Arcanum meeting, but we'll leave that for last. Drinks with Jess and Bernie. Drinks with Skylar and Bernie. Brunches with both the Duke and also optionally Avalon for Jess. Jess, you have a lot of drinks.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my new dating sim.
Any others to add?
Pints with the brothers.
Bro pints. Bruh pints. Okay.
Looks like you were about to say something, Savvy. But I'm neither of these players, but I thought there had been Jess and Ophelia.
Oh,
You're right.
Real code.
No, I was about to say, I know there's one I'm forgetting. I'll just solidify. I'll solidify brunch with Avalon. Keep that one on the list because I want to do that.
Okay. The real question, do you have all of these drinks and all of these brunches on the same day?
No.
Okay, good.
That seems irresponsible.
That
to me.
seems extremely irresponsible.
Unless you're a chronomancer, you don't have the time.
Really entertaining.
Unfortunately.
Just all three at once in a classic invited.
I do
3
a
dates to
Grover,
prom,
and I just invite them all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh. Is this where you find out that what's her face is actually playing Ophelia? I think that would be really great.
Bernice is the same actress as Ophelia?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
no, was it gonna be Aurora was gonna be Ophelia, or is she the barkeeper cousin?
I like Vernice playing Ophelia for like a more redemption sort of deal. Like she
Me
can really
too.
fly in this role.
Me too.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And then Aurora's playing Heidi.
Yes. Done.
I feel like she gets typecast.
She kind of does. But
She's
it's okay.
probably fine with it.
I think she loves it.
Did we decide that Madame Dupont is playing the Baroness?
No, I think we had the moms the same. It was just,
right.
it was really like
I
a
can't see the
a
actress
nice
that I envisioned
departure.
for. I
No,
can't
do you
see
know
the
who it?
person I envisioned
Do you
for-
know who it is? Oh, what's her face that had the Pharaoh house?
Oh, yes!
Is playing the Baroness.
Yes! Yes.
Because I was imagining Raleigh's mom is a lot older than the Baroness.
That's fair. That is fair.
The mean Pharaoh lady.
The mean Pharaoh lady.
Man, I cannot remember her name. It was long and
her
I never
name-
pronounced it right.
Her name was purposefully ridiculous.
Hold
So
on.
ridiculous
I
that
Alex
I
can
couldn't
get
say
to
it.
this.
Her name doesn't have a house anymore because Grover burnt it down.
Oh, right, because we burned her house down part of
We
the
Yeah.
way.
burned her house down. Oh, memories.
Last season really did go off the rails also, huh?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
a tad.
Where was there a chapter that had her in it?
Probably like
It was when we were in
episode 10.
Brighton.
Yes. In Brighton.
It's Lady P something because I started just saying Lady P instead
Lady
of
Pemberlingshire.
Pemberlingshire.
Yeah.
There we go.
Her.
Damn it.
She's playing the Baroness.
Just a lot of like audience feedback.
If you want to
here.
know what the fuck we're talking about,
go watch season
go
one.
watch season 1.
It's a lot. It's
Elegant Suffering,
Just, it's a lot.
in which we did a lot of suffering.
There was so much suffering. I mean,
and how
From
much of it
afar.
was elegant.
well, all of it, really. In the eyes of society, and that's all that matters. Okay. I'm gonna say, then, that let's introduce some of our connections that we haven't seen yet, shall we? Or much of, at least. If y'all don't mind, let's start with Skylar's check-in with Bernie. Because that seems to be fairly dire, in Skylar's mind at the very least. Let's, we'll switch this up a little bit.
So, not sure exactly how you were envisioning this, RJ, but I remember in the last letter I was like, sorry we have to put off our regular Pegasus riding, but I've got an engagement at the, on this day and time, but maybe has pulled some strings and now they are going Pegasus riding for this chat.
The same actress as Amelia. Just slightly older. There was like a summer where
She had a real growth spurt.
Yeah.
But still typecasted as the horse girl.
Yeah.
Hey, the shoe fits.
Do you mean the horseshoe?
I didn't until just now. I pun unintentionally. Wow, that was great. So, Pegasus riding, huh? Cool. All right. Where is this taking place? Is it a private Pegasus paddock?
I guess it depends like how sapient are Pegasi in this world.
For a
Considering-
Zolf token, they can be very.
That is another obscure season 1 callback.
Oh, no.
I've got 10. How many do you need? I will front you the tokens.
Okay, let's just say this. I would say that if they are sentient creatures, then perhaps this would be like a reverse jockey situation. They are paid to provide this either service and or entertainment. And if they are not sentient, then perhaps simply
The
you ride in
Sinclair's
flying
own
horses,
son,
yo.
yeah.
Yeah. So you tell me, as we are collaboratively creating this world.
I'm not in
What
this
we do on the
scene,
show.
but the idea of a Pegasus run like entertainment business is just wild.
There
Pegasus.
could be more than just the riding as well. I mean, like they could have a card, you know, like there could be a casino involved. Like maybe they make their own wine. Like I don't know. Like you tell me what the fuck these Pegasi are on. Like I mean, what's their deal?
One of the noble families is all Pegasus.
Yes. Okay. Done. Yes. We have a. They're new nobility. Someone got knighted because again they have a job. Just frowned upon. You should just have money for no reason.
Do you think people make fun of the Pegasus that got knighted because he looks like a knight on a chessboard because they're horses? I'm gonna mute
Potentially.
myself now.
Are they the chess family, or is that going too far?
The Chessex family.
The Chessex family.
And they own quite a few gaming halls.
Yes.
They make their own dice.
Check them out. They're quite nice. Very versatile. Good hand feel. Anyway, I'm done. Okay. I need a head of household. Who is, Sir or Lady, or...
Lady Guinevere Chessex.
We already have a Lady Guinevere.
Oh, do we? Shite.
Yeah. Who was knighted?
Fuck.
Ooh.
Which Pegasus?
What if it's Galloping Dick?
The
Okay, so whoever the actor who played Galloping Dick was, they
Is
get...
the voice of
They're the voice of the CGI'd Pegasus.
Yeah.
Okay, this gives me a good reference point for voices. I appreciate it. Thank you. What is their name?
Oh, what was Galloping Dick's actual name?
Richard.
Richard.
Regency name generator. Because I have a really funny joke for one of the Pegasi.
Give me a name.
It's generating.
Generate faster.
Well, tell Regency
Lord Generating Chessex.
Rowley Gaywood. Okay, thanks.
No, Raleigh's from last season.
Yeah, we already
Lucius
have a Raleigh.
Chessex.
Lucius. Yes. Okay. Sir Lucius Chessex is a Palomino Pegasus and the head of the Chessex family of game hall owning Pegasi. We literally just made this shit up in about 5 minutes. I am really proud of us all.
What's his cutie mark?
He's a Palomino. He doesn't have a cutie mark, okay?
And you will respect that.
Yeah. So, you go Pegasus riding. Do you have a regular Pegasus that you do this with? Buddy, you know.
I
Think of it as
imagine-
like a fencing partner, a regular fencing partner, except a
It's
regular
just that the
Pegasi.
more you describe it, the more it sounds like a brothel.
It kind of does, but it's not.
It's not.
It's I'm gonna
Do you
say
have
it's
a regular Pegasus?
Do you have a regular Pegasus? Your regular riding partner. That sounds like a brothel again. I'm sorry. That's not my intention.
So I want to say yes, but I'm also wondering if, based on the nature of this, that like you can pay extra for like discreet Pegasi, which is making it sound more like a brothel, but like that these ones aren't going to, like these ones will not repeat anything that they hear on these conversations.
I'll never ride and tell. Like what?
Hey everybody, I'm Archer. Your web, you can catch me at Archer282 on Twitter and Twitch, and I wash my hands of this. I regret everything.
I regret nothing. All right.
We're gonna get through 2 of these visitations today, including this one.
I know. Okay. your Pegasi!
Just another Palomino, probably related to the Lord.
Yes. What is their name?
Oh, Skylar will stroke their mane and just turn to Bernie. So, right, we haven't gone riding in a very long time, and Icarus does miss you greatly. It's a Pegasus named Icarus.
See, that cutie mark comment earlier has me just thinking about which My Little Pony it would be, but that's probably going to get us a copyright from Hasbro.
Yeah,
No.
don't do it. Don't do it. Icarus jumps in and says, "Hi, where you been? We missed you." I had to. Like, come on.
I love him.
Grade A himbo.
You so high and mighty. You can come for a ride.
I'm so sorry, Icarus and Ophelia, that I've been having to play the.
Val is done.
I'm sorry, are these Pegasi or people on the streets of Victorian London asking you if you want to sleep with them?
It was a choice, okay?
No.
I went with it. I don't know what to tell you.
You can't name your Pegasus Ophelia. We already have a character named Ophelia.
Oh, right, I completely forgot about that. My bad.
Wait.
I was just like, what is a name? Gosh.
What is a name?
What's in a name?
What's in a name?
What's in a name?
A Pegasus by any other name. Will ride as hard?
I was about to say that too.
No.
But I held back.
Oh, you have a filter.
Okay, fantasy name generator. This is taking too long.
Reginald.
Reginald.
Reggie.
Reggie!
Oh, God.
Oi, Reggie! You ready? Yes, of course. Our riders set to go.
That's George.
It is. So the actor playing George is the other Pegasus.
It's voicing
He's voicing the other Pegasus.
I love it.
He gets paid per line, it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, he's happy about it.
Bernard would have set up ahead of time, basically the message cantrip between him and Skylar so that they can, speak to each other and one, not be overheard, but two, don't have to worry about shouting over the wind blowing and things like that. I don't know if I need to spend a token to do that with magic.
That's minor magics, right?
I feel like, yeah, that's minor. That's fairly minor. You're good. I think you're good there. Excellent. Icarus and Reggie leave the paddock with you upon their backs and soar into the sky. If you require some, side talk, they're more than happy to chat with you, but it seems like you're on like a bit of a ride together, so they leave you to your own devices. Proceed.
So, where exactly have you been?
Oh, it feels like I've been all over Bexley, but just with both business dealings and requisite social engagements. I mean, my aunt is pushing me pretty hard to play the social scene. I've been spending a fair bit of time with the Layrd Cross, as well as the young Mr. Hawke, who everyone tells me that's a mistake.
It's
but,
a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously haven't been around Bexley long enough to fully get the Hawke experience, but so far he seems fine, and I mean, the college certainly vouches for him, if not the rest of his family.
Still, their family is very dangerous, Bernard. I would be a little bit more prudent in your little hangouts with this Mr. Hawke. I'm a little impressed that you and the Laird Cross are you hitting it off at least? Are you minding your manners?
Oh, I mean, well, the Laird and I go way back, so when it's, the two of us, it's, practically like you and I, but, no, I dropped in the other day, and, the Baroness did not throw me out on my rear. She actually invited me to brunch or tea or whatever it was, but,
That still isn't reassuring. Did you mind your manners, Mr. Sinclair?
of course. You know me, Skylar. I, always mind my manners when they need minding.
Well, all right, that's good. Please, could you at least check in every other week instead of every fortnight? You're going to give me gray hairs before I'm even 40.
Yeah, I know, and like I said in my last letter, I know haven't been able to touch base recently, but, things seem to be, going, I've got some things in motion. You're aware of them. I mean, you know about the oil and all that, and starting to position myself so that I might be able to make something happen with that, particularly with the college. I mean, hey, have you seen I have a guest lecturing spot set up?
No, because you don't talk to me.
Right. Have they not put out the posters for that yet? But hey, I have a guest lecturing spot. Probably gonna, scare him half to death with my my radical generalized magic.
And your lack of sensibilities, apparently.
There has been a lot going on, and again, I'm sorry that I've not done a better job of keeping you informed, but...
Well, as long as you know, and you're sorry, I guess I can overlook it this one time. They say with, mock distress.
Well, I regret to inform you that it's going to have to be multiple times. You know how I am. You know how my dear old aunt is. Gosh, I managed to avoid a oracular matchmakers thing for a few weeks now, but it's probably just about time for them to throw another one of their parties, isn't it?
Yes. You were there last time, right?
Not the last one, yeah. I'll have to see if I can somehow convince my aunt to get you on the card sometime, but
Oh,
she claims she has no say over it, and it's all in the who's or what's whatever's.
No. I don't think that'll do me any good. But if you're there and I'm there, please do not leave me to the sharks.
Of course. Yeah. You know I have your back. I just, I keep saying it. I've been too busy, but I do need to take more time.
And if you need it, I'm here. While you were away, Icarus and I were working on this, and they will jump off Icarus mid-flight.
Going to, Bernie pulls out his wand and is getting ready to cast something, but isn't yet, and it's okay, I'm waiting to see what the trick is.
Icarus just looks at you, then folds their wings, and then falls.
Reggie, did you know that they were gonna do this?
I stopped paying attention, I'll be perfectly honest. I prefer a respectable rider such as yourself, sir.
Yeah, whatever he paid Icarus to practice that stunt, or they paid Icarus to practice that stunt, I'll pay you that much to make sure we don't ever have an incident like that.
This seems more than adequate, sir.
Clearly, I am having far too many risks in other aspects of my life. I'd much rather not take risks while I'm hundreds of feet in the air.
Simply climbing aboard a flying creature, I feel, is enough of a risk to one's life on a regular basis. So this is fair, sir.
Now, the way you say that, do Pegasi ever go for a ride on other Pegasi flying? I mean...
That's not something that we discuss in mixed company. Yes.
forgive me. I am no, the American Pegasi are of a different breed, and so
I would hope so, or else our gene pool might become very sullied.
right. Well,
Back to the paddock, sir.
Yeah, or at least fly down to their level so we can continue chatting.
Of course, sir.
Amelia's actress was allowed to do this one stunt and she loved it.
Amazing. Unless there's anything else, I think we're right at the halfway point, so I think we might. Because, yeah, we only get 2 right now, like you said. We'll go ahead and take our break. Thank you so much for sticking around with us this evening as we create an entire family of knighted Pegasi. That happened. Stick around. We're going to do bio breaks, quick break, refresh things ourselves, but we will be back shortly, so stick around, Internet. See you soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for joining us. After we refresh ourselves, we had some bio breaks, we took care of some business, and we are ready to jump back into our visitations of our novel chapter. We just created an entire family of sentient Pegasi that run gaming halls and let people ride on their backs for money. It continues to sound like a brothel, and I apologize. It's not. They just ride around, because who wouldn't ride on a flying horse if given the opportunity? Anyway, so that's one check. Let's see if we can get... let's prove Val wrong. We're gonna get through more than 2 of these. Here we go. Naysayer. Alright. Shall we have brunch, with Avalon and Jessamine?
Certainly.
Jump y'all in there.
Sure.
I think that one would be
God
short.
damn it. Chat. Welcome back to Sid's Pegasus Brothel.
Welcome.
We're renaming this.
Do you have a regular Pegasus, or would you like to see all of them?
I'm sorry, I thought we were playing Good Society, not really weird D&D.
We live in a society.
That broke me right here.
Is it a good society if it doesn't have a Pegasus brothel?
Exactly.
No, there are no
See?
Pegasus brothels. No.
Alex gets
No.
it.
I mean, there is now. I thought this was a collaborative game, sir.
Oh my god.
Are our ideas not valid? Do you not
Of course,
respect
they're
our...
valid.
Why would you
Well-
deny the Pegasi their own brothel? Like, you can't...
Look, we are extremely
if we're throwing
sex
gender
positive.
norms out the window.
We are, and we're extremely sex positive here on GGK. You know what? We have nothing but support for sex workers as well, but you guys,
Even if they're horses with wings.
Yeah, they're sentient. They can make their own choices.
they can absolutely make their own decisions about their own bodies and what they do with them. You're right. The more I talk about it, why the fuck don't we have a Pegasus brothel? God damn
Save
it!
a
Joke's on
cowboy,
you.
ride a Pegasi.
No!
No. And once again, RJ takes it just a little bit too far.
No.
I have disappointment in this bowl, and everyone is going to share in it.
Are you going to tell the people why?
No.
Okay. It's a secret. But RJ has a bowl of disappointment.
Don't we all?
If anyone in the chat can guess what's in the bowl of disappointment, I'll give you 1,000 XP. I'm serious. I can do that. Let's have brunch
Let's
Yes.
have brunch.
with no Pegasuses.
No, there are no Pegasuses at this brunch, as far as I am aware.
There's a centaur, though.
Is there a centaur?
No, I don't know.
I am officially broken inside, and
Why would you
we
deny us
shall...
the centaur? Is this not a collaborative game? I'm sorry.
Now, see, Val's just trying to delay things so we only
Exactly.
get
You
through
know
the
what?
two
I will
visitations.
not fall into your
Cheating.
trap, Val. We will get through more than 2. Let's go. Brunch.
Where are we having brunch?
Brunch!
It's your house.
I imagine on. I was thinking around like the back of the house was probably like a veranda off of one of like the dining halls or something. That, what?
I assume everyone is breaking that. The comment in chat that
Val's on Centaur stage. Oh my god.
Chat is on fire tonight. Oh my god.
PDX, we're glad you're here.
So glad. Also, god damn it. Okay.
God, that's funny.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay. The veranda.
on the
Yes.
veranda.
What kind of tea do you serve? I'm not GMing this game. I just have a lot of questions.
No, please.
I imagine
Enjoy.
there's probably an assortment you're offered.
nice
They come over
oolong.
with a nice box for you to choose your tea
Oh,
from.
box tea? Oh, okay.
Well, no, I mean they like
It's still loose leaf. It's just, you
still
know,
loose
it's
leaf.
sectioned off.
It's
they're
recyclable.
tins and yeah. I don't know. I know nothing about tea, so I'm not going to even try to hazard a guess as to what we would drink. I know it depends on the time of day and what meal we're near.
Well, if
So,
it's brunch,
I know Earl Grey is a tea.
green tea.
English breakfast.
I was gonna
English
say green
breakfast
tea because it's brunch, so it's like it's caffeinated, but it's less caffeinated. It's a little bit earthy. It's a little bit lighter.
Let's
And
talk more about the
probably
tea so we
eaten.
can keep this
Very
make the scene
excited.
less
No, we're
stressful.
falling into Val's trap, everyone.
No.
Let's go.
I like to know these things. Okay, I have green tea.
So yeah, Avalon is probably there before you arrive, and you know, like stands and greets you as you approach. Says, "Oh, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Please sit." So, how was the rest of the evening for you after the party?
Interesting. Well, the whole evening was interesting.
Yes, it was. I have to admit, I've never really experienced anything quite like that.
Do you often throw punches in the middle of Fae parties?
No, that's a first for me.
It wasn't bad.
The punch or the party?
Oh, the punch. Your form could use some work.
Well, I must admit that I don't get the option to practice it very often.
Why not?
Haven't had the inclination to punch somebody in a long time. Since I was a child, perhaps.
My
Bernie can
father
tell
trained
you
us all
about
in
it.
self-defense.
Oh. Why is that?
Just in case. When you have 5 daughters.
My mother wasn't very much a hands-on instructor, as you can imagine.
Well, I imagine she takes care of most of the punch throwing herself.
Not directly, but yes.
I do hope she's not listening. I do like this
She like-
job.
She might well be, but I'm sure she's heard worse from her staff. So, I did want to, in person, as I assume you received my letter, that, thank you for tending to Morgan and helping during the incident.
Merely doing my job.
I don't suppose you've spoken with Mr. Hawke since then.
No, I'm not.
I'm stuck in a strange place of most people telling me that there's no reason to apologize to a hawk, and my conscience telling me that I probably should.
Why do you hate him?
What do I hate?
Jarvis.
Oh, I don't particularly.
Really? Because you
No.
punched him at a party and you have nothing but ill things to say about him.
Well, most of that is just rumors and gossip.
You often deal in rumors and gossip, Laird Cross.
More than I care to.
Why Mr. Hawke in particular? Anyone
Well-
from the outside would think you had a real vendetta against the man.
No more so than anyone in this town. I'm assuming you understand their reputation around here.
Oh, I quite understand their reputation. But our reputations are most often, in this good society, given to us by other people.
Right. And that is why I feel that I should apologize. I find myself colored too much by the things that I have heard from others. Trying to outgrow some preconceptions.
You know, I think if you sat down and had a drink, the two of you would get along quite well.
Well, there are some other matters that of a more personal nature that make me suspicious of the man.
Oh?
Yes. I would share, but as I pointed out, the walls have ears around here. And it's very personal. Perhaps I can share with you at our engagement later in the week.
If you wish. It's not my place to pry. Though I admit curiosity.
Suffice it to say, he is very involved, it seems, with the goings-on of the college. And I do not find myself personally affiliated with that organization.
So was I at one point.
How?
Here we
What are
sit
your
having
opinion?
tea.
What are your opinions on the college now and their teachings?
Complicated.
I would answer much the same.
There's much to be learned there. An entire history of magic and the people who use it. For better and for worse. I know some of your friends might think differently. But to lose all of that history, especially the bad, they'll just end up repeating it.
I agree with you on that point. I have nothing against the institution as a symbol, but more that the way that the instructions are carried out.
How do you mean?
Good friends of mine were tutored and instructed and attended the college. Many of them came out with viewpoints that I don't quite agree with.
Such as?
Again, perhaps something to speak more on in private.
Do you trust me?
Knowing what I know now, I believe I do.
Then you're even more of a fool than I thought.
Perhaps. But we all have to trust somebody. And I have found in recent years that to trust my judgment of people over what others might imply, which again is my reason for questioning my views on my attitudes towards Mr. Hawke. But as I said, there are some bridges there that I would need mending first.
I think you'll find him more amenable than most.
Perhaps.
Especially over a whiskey, or 3, or 5. Once you get to 5, he'll start telling you about his theories. You won't understand a word of it, because, frankly, at that point, neither does he. But it's quite fun to watch.
Perhaps.
He's not a bad man. Just, a little hot under the collar.
And you would ask me to trust your judgment on this, despite labeling me a fool for doing so?
You've always known I find you to be a fool.
Most people make that assumption. I work very hard at cultivating that reputation.
I do think you're a fool. But I don't think you're stupid. I think there's a grand difference in between.
Perhaps one day I'll understand that difference.
Perhaps. It's a rare thing for people to understand me.
Well, here's to trying then.
Give it your best shot.
I don't think I have anything else there. Any
You
other
have an
quippy
hour left
one-liners?
to drag it out if you want to make it so we only got
Whole
2.
other hour.
No, there's so much that Avalon wants to say in this conversation, but I'm gonna wait to drop that all at the meeting.
It's fair.
She's just trying to see what she can get.
Actually, I'm gonna spend my monologue token.
Spending it on yourself.
No,
Bold
I'm gonna spend it.
move.
I'm gonna spend it on Jessamine.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Have I monologued this cycle? About to.
Someone needs to, or else we're gonna be doing 4 monologues in a row at the end of
It's been done before, and I'm pretty sure it will happen again.
Well, I
but
was
you
going to
know
use
what?
mine on you, but you want to
Bring
trade?
it.
Do.
All right. Perhaps fool is too strong a word. No. No, I think I'll stand by that one. Anyone would be a fool to trust me. Especially for our Layrd cross, given everything that's happened so far. You must remember, Jessamine, not everything that comes out of people's mouths is true. People telling you they trust you means nothing if their actions don't back it up. I'll continue to hold things back for now. Though, I find the more they look at me like that, the harder it becomes. Don't turn into a fool yourself.
Excellent. You have monologued. Congratulations.
And now I will do 16 bars. From chess.
One upbeat, one ballad. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I wasn't joking. I want Avalon to monologue right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
You were like, I wasn't joking. I do have 16 bars from chess.
I was not joking. Grandpa just lost a seat in the Senate. Sometimes it's how it goes. Daddy's gonna find out any minute. I'm sure you already know.
You would not do that in an audition.
A duet with myself? Bet. I've done it and gotten parts because of it.
No, I'm saying Hamilton. You
I would not know.
Hamilton
audition. I'm already on the show.
Might as well do Hercules.
I will find my way.
And that's the
That's
end of this
about
pod because Disney has DMCA'd
I was
us.
gonna
And that's all I can say.
Honestly, I thought Savvy was about to just go.
I am Hercules Mulligan. No. I'm not going to do that.
All right. I'm monologuing. Hold on. Let me check this so I
Everyone
don't forget
shut up.
to-
I'm monologuing.
I feel like I'm DMing this game.
This energy tonight is just amazing. Oh, Val, go
It's
ahead.
the eyelashes.
It really is. It adds a little something.
She's right. Perhaps I am a fool for trusting her. Given what I've learned about who she really is, I believe anyone else would agree with that assessment. But she has so much to lose here. I have to assume she's telling the truth. It's too late for that now, considering the letter that I received yesterday. I just hope I'm not making a mistake. We'll need to discuss this business with Jarvis, because perhaps it was all some misunderstanding with trying to protect his friend. Still, there's something about him that I don't trust. Oh well. More pressing business to take care of. Must make arrangements for extracurriculars later in the week. She is very pretty, though. All right, focus.
We are closer to smooches, but not there yet. I understand.
No, we're at the next 5 sessions being stolen glances, and then we'll get there.
I'll get smooches one day. I demand it. It's on the collaboration. Y'all agreed. I will get smooches. Anyway.
You'll get them when we're good and ready.
You'll get the goddamn smooches when we're good and ready.
I thought this was a collaborative game.
Yeah! Guys! Okay, I'm done.
When I say kiss, you kiss.
You get smooches. Excellent. Do we want girl code or guest lecture series next? Vote. Make your choice. Choose wisely.
I'm
Val.
gonna get the Baroness up in here.
Guest lecture. Val.
What was the other one?
Or girl code.
Guest lecture.
That's 2. Halfway there. RJ.
Guest lecture.
That's it. There we
Yeah.
go. We're doing it. We are a democracy here.
Oh boy.
Alex was born ready for this. Don't even. Alex is ready. Alex has like a monologue. All right.
Could he spend his monologue token on this one?
No.
I tried, bud. I tried.
It would be the beefiest monologue we've had in the game thus far.
Oh, yeah, I'd say.
I wish I had time to put on a different wig.
I mean,
Alright.
so Jess is also going to be invited there as well, because Morgan's invited and she's there as her, caretaker. Because, of course, the
Great.
Baroness can't be taking care of her daughter directly. But so,
This is very fair.
y'all are going to be there.
Mm-hmm. So that actually might mean that everyone's here except for Avalon?
Avalon would have been invited as well.
Okay. Does Avalon attend?
Avalon would attend for Bernard's sake.
Okay.
Do you sit with your mother, though?
Oh, fuck no.
Correct answer.
And what do you mean you're not going to be sitting with me?
Oh, Bernie saved me a seat over here. Apparently it's part of the lecture. I don't know. I don't understand.
I'm sorry,
it.
who's Bernie?
Mr. Sinclair.
Avalon, we're in public.
Yes, mother. That's why I should play my part. And now, if you'll excuse me.
And Avalon makes their way over to a random seat as far away from their mother as possible, I'm assuming.
Yes, completely.
Excellent. Okay, so we're in the College of Wizardry's lecture hall. What does this look like? Are we talking just like standard old style? Like, are we talking like the surgical theater of like being smack dab in the middle for the speaker, and then like everyone else is up in the mezzanine, like in the balcony?
Combined mezzanine and like, not, is it amphitheater? The kind of semicircle with a stage in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I had been envisioning
big.
this as more of amphitheater.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have the college's biggest lecture hall, but it's probably not too small given the controversial nature of the topic.
No, it's in the gymnasium, and they have to pull out the bleachers because the basketball team is actually the biggest draw of the college.
And Jarvis had to spend like 3 nights lining up all of the folding chairs perfectly.
Oh yeah.
But the Baroness is coming.
So
She gets the good one with no gum under the seat.
you know what? I will spend one of my tokens to say that yes, this is in fact in the largest lecture hall of the college.
Can I
For that
spend a
exact
token to say it's packed to capacity?
Fuck yeah. Spend.
Do I get both of those?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to
Jam-packed lecture
decide.
hall.
I was trying to decide if the Baroness would want to like see Bernard before he went on, but I don't think so.
No? Okay. Where does she sit? Is my question. Are we talking like in the very back and just like glaring, or is she the type that would sit in the very front to be as intimidating as possible?
Does she have like the frontmost box up to the side?
Yeah, like the box. So she's
Like-
so she's not like right in his vision, but she's just like always in his periphery, like a ghost.
Fucking hate that.
Like the ghost of his failures, just
Oh, God.
waiting to haunt him.
I love it. Excellent.
Man, I like this character.
And Avalon, we've decided, has seated themselves as far away from their mother as possible.
Yeah, I think if she's like on the periphery, he's probably sitting in the center, just like moral support.
Excellent.
Does Morgan want to sit up front?
I imagine she would probably be dragged along to sit with the Baroness, which means Jessamine's up in the box too.
Oh, great. That's great for Jessamine.
Yeah, because especially after Avalon was like, "Peace, I'm gone." It's like, well, I still need one sibling or one child of mine to sit with me.
Awesome. And Jarvis.
Probably
What do you-
backstage with Bernie,
Okay.
giving him a pep talk.
Okay. It is a packed house, Bernard. You know, your friends are here. You know, some potential romantic partners are here. And you find yourself backstage, as it were, of the lecture hall with your dear, dear friend, Jarvis.
Well, Jarvis, I have to admit, when Professor Wilmore got in contact about me possibly giving a guest lecture, I didn't quite imagine it getting to be quite this spectacle.
Well, don't say that the college does not provide for their guest lecturers.
Yeah, I just can't imagine too many people are happy about my advertised topic.
Peeks behind the curtain. I'd say about 80% of them. I don't see any pitchforks just yet.
Right, but are the college the type to bring rotten produce to a lecture?
Depends who you ask.
Well, nothing much to it. I have my notes ready. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be, and we'll just You have the side corridor prepared in case I need to make a discreet exit.
Oh, I've written a big X in the middle of where you're supposed to stand. If you stand there and stomp twice, I will pull a lever and you will disappear underneath.
Good to know.
No pressure.
And I think you can tell that, Bernie's still being pretty cavalier about this, but there is like a little bit of sweat forming. Like this is turning into a bigger ordeal than he had initially expected.
Listen, you are going to do great out there, Bernard.
I sure hope so, but you haven't seen my notes yet, so
Oh gods, please. Bernie, what are you doing? What are you planning?
It'll be fine. It's nothing that's gonna get anyone in actual trouble. There just might be some disagreements of opinion.
Okay, good. If I see anyone ripping their bodices out there, I'm pulling the plug on this entire thing.
No, nothing like that. Maybe that will be my next lecture if I get invited back. But no, this
write
time,
a good bodice ripper.
Yeah, but no, this one is purely academic. But given my general magical philosophy, it does go pretty hard against the established college ways.
Who knows? Maybe you'll change some hearts and minds out there.
Here's hoping.
I'll hand him my flask.
For luck.
At this point, one of Jarvis, one of your assistants in your office, comes over. I believe they are ready for Mr. Sinclair. Mr. Hawke.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah?
I want to do one little bit of magic before he comes on stage.
What would you like to do?
Just a little teeny bit of magic, because Jessamine is with Morgan, and they're both stuck with the Baroness, and she can also probably see from the box where Avalon is sitting. So I think while they're not paying attention, just takes a handkerchief out of her pocket.
I mean, if they did actually construct this this box for the Baroness herself, maybe they put a closet in.
Do you ever just say a completely different word?
Maybe
Yes.
Jessamine has a Mary Poppins bag.
And it's the size of a closet.
Or it's connected to her closet at home.
Out of her pocket. Jesus.
No, can I spend a resolve token to make her use the closet to make her make the closet work? No, I won't do that.
Rude. Out of her pocket, pricks her finger, and sort of like scrawls something on it and then folds it up into a little bird and just and sends it backstage like a little note.
Who does it fly to?
Bernie.
Bernie, as this assistant has come over to you and Jarvis and let you know that they are ready for you to begin, you spy a little origami bird fluttering at your elbow.
1 second. Goes to, examine it.
Secret admirers already.
We shall see.
It says,
What did it say?
Mr. Sinclair, I am in the company of the Baroness, or I would wish you good luck. Or to break a leg, I think, as performers say. We are in a box, Morgan and I, with her, and Avalon is as far away from us as possible. Public speaking can be nerve-wracking, so I find it prudent to know where the people you don't want to make eye contact are sitting. Best of luck. I'm sure you'll do wonderfully. Miss Booker.
Note my notes.
And with
Death
that,
threat? No, Jarvis just said death threat.
Oh, no, nothing quite so bad. It's gonna, because I assume after unfolding it, it turns back into a handkerchief.
After you read it, yeah.
Yep.
Just lit.
It's gonna tuck that into coat pocket. Well, yep. I think I'm ready. Just one last thing from you, Jarvis. Kiss for good luck. Totally cool. If not, that's just a thing where I come from.
He grabs him by the face, kisses him on the lips, and then slaps him one.
Thank you, sir. Turning to the assistant. Well, I'm ready now.
Alex is now my new favorite player because he gave me a smooch. He made a smooch happen. Thank you, Alex. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
Continue, please. You were brought along. I feel like someone would introduce you. Yeah? Would that be Professor Wilmore? I mean, I feel like she would feel like she'd have to at this point. You were in the largest lecture hall. This wasn't supposed to get as big as it did, and it has. The fucking Baroness is here. Yeah, she has to introduce you. Okay. Once you signal that you are ready, Professor Wilmore will walk out to the stage. Welcome, all of you, to our newest lecture series. We have someone here from all the way across the pond, bringing us some revolutionary and potentially unorthodox ideas from the Americas. We tried to incorporate as many different ideas here at the college as possible. So join me in giving a hearty welcome to Mr. Bernard Sinclair, everyone. Raucous applause. She'll gesture for you to take the stage. She will step off herself. Yes.
And as Bernie takes the stage, the chat has redeemed a mini monologue for Jarvis.
Oh.
What am I monologuing?
You just smooched your friend. There's that.
I
The
should really
people want
change
to
out
know.
the whiskey in my flask. Anyway, I really do hope that people don't riot here today, depending on what Bernie says. It could be good. But changing the hearts and minds of this Regency and some of the older magic users might be a bit impossible. Still, if it furthers the research of magic, I think a bit of an uproar is needed. And it's not me, so great. Just great.
Excellent. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. But without further ado, we give the floor to Mr. Sinclair. Mr. Sinclair, we won't make you give a full speech. Why don't you pick some finer points, perhaps the introduction to your speech, and give us all an idea of what you plan to talk about at your lecture.
Yep. So Bernie takes the stage, nodding his thanks to Professor Wilmore. He's carrying a sheaf of papers and sets them on the lectern. And as he turns to some blackboards that he asked for to be set behind him, pulls out his wand, starts flicking it around, first at the chalk, which begins to rise up and draw out various magical formulae. He gestures again with his wand, and the images on the blackboard appear to lift off the surface and float up, enlarging so that everyone in the audience can clearly see them. He turns to scan the crowd as this is happening, and briefly locks eyes with Jessamine and Morgan up in the box, Avalon in the crowd. Then once again gestures with his wand and makes a carafe of water and a glass appear on the lectern. Finally, he takes the wand, taps his ears and throat, and it's not a booming voice that comes out, but it feels like Bernard's just right next to you, speaking to you in a conversational pitch. Greetings, esteemed guests. I am Bernard Sinclair, and as you have surmised, I'm here today to speak on the merits of a generalized approach to magic. A controversial topic. No doubt some of you are here simply to mock me and my Yankee ways for flying in the face of your grand magical traditions. I'm not here to cast aspersions on your traditions. Gods above and below know that my aunt, the Lady Sinclair, would have my head were I to do so.
There's a titter of laughter at this.
But consider this. Before I even spoke a word, you already witnessed a plethora of magical phenomena. Autolocomotion, conjuration, enchantment, and enhancement, all accomplished with little more than my wand and some will, and some magic formulae. These are minor feats, to be sure, but how many of you in this crowd can say that you could accomplish all of this with your own brand of magic?
There's some muttering amongst the fellows around. A couple of the more venerable types, very, feeling like they've been insulted in some way. Like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, there are very few of them, though. And most people are like, no, you can't. Shut up.
Yeah. Now, do you actually want me to try and pick and choose from what I pre-wrote, or?
If you want to do the whole goddamn thing, you do it. I just didn't want to put you on the spot like that.
No, I can do it. And it'll go, yeah, so. All right. Though I've been back in Britain for but a short while, I've witnessed a great many magical feats, and you are to be commended. Each family line is undoubtedly a master of their own particular practices, but in America, we have a different philosophy. Say you have need of a geomancer to move some earth for a construction project. Here in Britain, you would need to find a master geomancer, get them to agree to assist you, and pay whatever price they request. They could have you dancing to whatever tune they wish, as they hold all the cards in this scenario. However, in America, you could instead get yourself a crew of hardworking individuals who each know a little geomancy. The benefits to this arrangement are obvious. Both employer and employee are able to negotiate costs to better reflect the available skill and labor. You are also not subject to the whims and circumstances of a single individual. If your master geomancer tires himself out or is otherwise unavailable, well, then you're out of luck. But with an array of skilled individuals, you simply need a skilled manager to organize your labor and keep your project moving. Now, to bring this out of the realm of the hypothetical, I will admit to having gone through this exact experience. Without getting into too many specifics, the last business I conducted in America before coming here on holiday required a substantial amount of earth to be moved. I have people back in the States keeping the project running in my absence and informing me of updates remotely. While here, I made inquiries toward a geomancer of some renown as to what a similar enterprise would take to get up and running here. And as I feared, the costs that they quoted me were astronomical compared to what my current expenses are. Before you object on the grounds that I may be underpaying my workers, I'll have you know they are all generously compensated and cared for. I challenge anyone who says otherwise to find fault in my dealings or give me satisfaction the old-fashioned way. Since you're all traditionalists, surely you find no issue with that, yes?
There is just muttering throughout. People, like, this is a lot to take in. There is smatterings of applause. Again, you've got, your sections here and there of very staunch traditionalists who are just muttering their way through all of this. You have caused quite a stir. You have a bit of a fan base, sort of right near the center of the younger end of some of our college's attendees. Young magical practitioners that are all about this. They're like, yeah, we were talking about, like, they're in it, in it.
Now, I do have 3 more points I wish to make. The first is the question of supposed weakness in not specializing in any one craft. To this, I say one simply needs a wider array of tools for their use and knowledge of how best to wield them. Though I may not be a master of any one craft, I am a master at using all of my crafts. Secondly, in America, we have embraced the Industrial Revolution. There are aspects of life that are no longer wholly dependent on magic. And the wonders we have created by merging magic and technology, you would scarcely believe some things that are becoming commonplace. I have some of my top boffins at work on devices that would make instantaneous vocal communication between 2 or more parties require little more than an enchanted charm connected to relays, creating a vast web of communication.
This, there is an uproar at this, gasps of, it's loud in here now. And your fan club is very, very excited, and your staunch opposition is pissed.
Taps want to throw it in the voice that everyone's hearing becomes louder to be audible. The final point I wish to make is perhaps the most contentious. How closely much of what I've said parallels what the Arcanum Populi advocate for? To that I say, though I disagree with and disapprove of many of their methods, they have the right of it. You can think of America.
Oh man! People are standing up. Your staunch, you are now. I believe you're in Parliament right now. People are just yelling, trying to yell you down.
Jarvis is face palming in the back.
I will again the younger crowd, your college aged youngins. Some of them are also standing, but to cheer you on. But you have several respectable members of the audience now booing, trying to get him off the stage. It's a bit of an uproar. Continue.
You can think of America as what happens when there is no need for a movement such as the Arcanum Populi. From the Revolution, we were staunchly in favor of magic for all and built it into our nation's framework. Instead, Britain has a hibernating bear as the framework of your magic, no doubt a fearsome creature when provoked, but currently doing very little but living off its fat reserves. Is it any wonder, then, that you have wolves forming a pack so that they might be able to get sustenance for them and theirs? The Arcanum is a wolf of your own making, and you have them by the ears. You cannot safely let them go, but if you continue as you are, no doubt they will inflict terrible harm. It is up to you to decide the preferable outcome. That concludes my lecture for today. Are there any questions? And he just has the biggest shit-eating grin.
Cacophony. Just yelling, screaming. There's cheers again from the younger crowd are cheering, clapping. They are so excited. Hands raised everywhere. Complete and utter chaos. I think that's a great note to end that one on, unless someone did legitimately have some questions for that.
Quietly turns to his assistant. Sylvia, prepare the carriage for Mr. Sinclair.
Maybe a week or two later, there is set aside a smaller, more controlled room to follow up on that lecture. But
we'll see if you get invited back.
yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I mean, hey, Professor Wilmore technically is still quite indebted to me, given the reputation tag.
It's very true. That was fantastic. I'll say we'll hold some of these for next time. We might continue through our visitations the next time we do this, but let's get started with the Arcanum, shall we? The Arcanum meeting? The moment we've all been waiting for? All right. 3 days hence. Evening, I'm assuming. How does this go about? Avalon being, I believe, the only one to have attended one of these meetings. And I know we all sort of discussed this pre-game, again, sort of wanting to, because this is a collaborative game, guys. Trying to build up as much of that as we can as a group. But how exactly does this work?
I was thinking on Avalon's side that, because this is fairly clandestine, so I think probably some sort of arranged meeting place somewhere in town, like maybe Avalon and Jessamine ride into town together, maybe separately, and meet Bernard somewhere that is private after sending the carriage drivers away, so it was just the three of them moving to wherever this meeting is taking place.
Excellent. Conversely, how is Jarvis's team preparing for this evening?
We were given the location of the meeting, correct?
As far as you are aware of, yes. You have secured this information from someone.
It is basically a back alley dealing where a carriage opens up, like one of those big covered wagon style carriages where people pile out through the back. They are dressed covertly, and Jarvis is prepping everyone for the mission at hand. Take as many as you can alive. Most importantly, no one do anything heroic. You understand me?
Oh, yeah. Guess so.
All right. Masks on and let's do this.
Are we talking like
It is
Regency ski masks or
I think they're enchanted to kind of obscure the eyes, but they are literally Doberman masks.
I like it, which will go in theme with some of this shortly. Okay, so our team of Dobermans, excellent, are ready to go SWAT on this SOB. Okay. We jump back to our Arcanum crew. So this destination. I I'm assuming it is somewhere nondescript, like not out in the middle of nowhere necessarily, but probably not in a very public area, but is also magically warded, I believe we discussed. So if you are not...
it has to be.
Yeah. Something like if you are not given the location and the time by someone who is an official member, you don't see anything, or you're turned away, like...
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that maybe there is a tailor's somewhere in the town, and it's like you enter through the back door into the shop, and then there's like a hatch or something, like there's a secret basement to the building, and you can only see the entrance if you are a member of the organization,
Nice.
and have gone through like the process. So like Avalon can see it when they enter, but like Jessamine and Bernie can't.
Okay.
But Avalon is able to open it and allow them entrance.
I like it. Okay. So, in Avalon's eye, you are taking them down into this basement and opening a secret door to this meeting place. In Jessamine and Bernie's eyes, you are walking into a hole in the ground that kind of appears, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I do think, because I don't think Bernie and Jessamine knew that the other was going to be there. I think when they see each other at the first, it's just like, howdy.
Mr. Sinclair.
Right. Given the nature, I did not mention that both of you would be here. I hope you can understand. Bernard here is a good friend of mine, and I believed he would also, especially considering your display earlier in the week. I figured it would be a benefit for you to join as well.
Well, perhaps it's best we scheduled our appointment for later this week after all. I'm sure we'll have much to discuss.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Shall we?
Yes.
So, this part is fun. I really enjoy the idea of once you have crossed the threshold into the meeting place. Very similarly to crossing the threshold into the party within the Fae Court. Sort of manifesting automatically is this glamour of sorts that becomes a mask to cover your faces and also to almost clothe you all in sort of a nondescript cloak over your clothing, so you couldn't be, identified in that manner as well. And oddly enough, you don't recall, unlike the previous glamour, you don't recall consciously choosing this mask. But you did, surprisingly enough. As you enter and you are sort of clothed in this glamour, you look around at each other and you notice that Avalon's mask resembles a lion. Jessamine's is sort of a hooded snake. And Bernard's is a large regal horse's head. this is something, Avalon, that you are fairly familiar with. And y'all tell me if you like this. People don't use names within the order. They simply use the name of your mask. And that's how folks are identified. So Avalon is simply known as the Lion within the organization for the most part, except for those at the highest level, like Africa. But any other members would simply know them as the Lion.
I like that. I was wondering how we maintained anonymity amongst members, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, because I know at one point Bernard had said to Avalon, like, I should tell you about something that Mr. Hawke said the other day, and it was going to be about, them referring to us as these animals, but I don't know if we ever actually had that conversation.
Well, maybe you'll have reason to.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Yep,
but that
so
would be.
I think seeing that, there's just a quiet, oh shit. A mutual acquaintance of ours. This is something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Mutual acquaintance of ours has referred to each of us as, kind of boops each mask.
What do you mean?
Remember how I said we should have this conversation and then, just never found the time for it? Let's say a certain bird mentioned that we may be like these particular animals ourselves.
Pulls Bernard and Jessamine like this. I don't know if there's anyone else that is in this immediate entryway as we've come in.
I'd say it's still rather early. You came a few minutes earlier than the designated time. People are starting to make their way in. You could pull them off to the side away from the entrance. There's definitely people beginning to come in, but...
Bernard, please tell me what the context of this conversation was.
He was drunk as shit, but I'm now quickly looking through my notes to see if I can find where this was and what the context was. RJ, do you remember?
It was basically hiding Jessamine's identity to Avalon.
Yeah.
And he was trying to parse out things, but couldn't really because he was super drunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, Think basically says something in regards to whatever he did with her records at the college and the apparent shitstorm that followed after that.
I'm sorry, what?
I was going to speak with you about that tonight.
What do my records have to do with this?
Before I knew as much as I know about you now, before we were officially introduced, I was looking into you for the sake of Morgan, to understand who you were and if you had any connections to my mother.
Understandable. So you went to the college?
Yes. When I arrived there, I found that your records had been erased.
All of them?
All of them.
What about my research?
I couldn't find anything.
It's
I
all
don't
gone.
know. At least I couldn't obtain it through the library's indexing system. I believe Mr. Hawke was the one that did this, as they were the last one to have used the log before I had arrived to obtain this information. When I confronted him about it, he was cagey.
He was trying to protect me.
That's what I believed, and that's why I wanted to discuss it with you, because I assumed that he understands why that information needed to be kept secret, and I was going to suggest that perhaps we have a come to terms on that. However, Mr. Bernard here, or Mr. Sinclair here, Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what was Bernard's again?
He's a horse.
A horse.
He's the
A horse?
Arabian.
The Arabian.
The Arabian. We should refer to each other by masked identities while we are here.
Not the first time I've been called an adder.
As
Though I
he has
prefer
pointed-
viper.
As he has
I'm the Viper. Someone pops in from the corridor. Someone say Viper.
he is like the.
It's like a bad
Excuse
penny.
me. Says there's no way he could know. There's no way he could have known your identities beforehand. This is your first meeting here, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Right. And no one outside of this room should know my identity.
There are two possibilities. From Mr. Hawke. A warning or a threat.
Either way, I don't like this. I need to advise somebody higher up to let them know that this meeting is potentially compromised.
Perhaps someone unknown should do it.
No, I'm sorry. If you haven't been made members yet, that they won't take you seriously. This is already... I've already extended myself enough here by bringing in 2 potential recruits.
At
And
the
if
very
it-
least, I,
Go ahead.
very least I did prepare, some emergency plans in case things went tits up, which seems like they might be going that way. So, if things start going crazy, just roll with whatever I do, okay?
All right, I'm going to speak with my superiors here and see what it is to be done about this. Because again, this isn't any of your doing. I don't think it should negatively impact your status here, or your potential as recruits. But
You should be prepared.
right,
If
excuse.
a plan was compromised, they'll expect you to be the one tattling.
Right. Please, just wait for one moment. I'll see if I can sort this out. How involved is Mr. Hawke with the college?
Very. Student for a long time. Studying there, working post-grad.
Right.
He's been there for a long time.
I had the impression that he had a rather close relationship with the headmistress.
I suppose that's true.
I don't like this.
You wouldn't. There's something else going on here.
I can't take that risk.
Well, I suppose your moment gives our Arabian a moment to loop me in on their plans should things go tits up.
Avalon leaves them and goes to find whoever their, like, I guess whoever initiated them into the group, I guess would be like their mentor, their...
Okay.
Because I assume, like, the advocate isn't just standing in the middle of the room, but
No.
I assume there's some sort of hierarchy to this organization, like somebody
Oh,
that...
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Avalon, I would say, and give me input here, y'all. Like an officer of the organization, most certainly. But maybe not like within the the big four or something. You know what I mean? So I guess the question is, who recruited Avalon? And was it someone that they actually knew? Or were they just sort of summoned rather mysteriously and then came to a meeting?
That's what I was kind of assuming, that they were contacted by somebody who, or they received a mysterious missive after some of their arguments with their mother, some like public disagreements with some of the regency here, and at that point received like a mysterious correspondent showed up, and the person they know is only by their handle.
Okay.
Because I think the only person that Avalon knows outside of this would be Mila.
Who is not quite here yet.
Did Avalon also have a tutor?
In Magic?
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps it was their tutor who, since they're very close to the chest about some of the disputes, they were the one who invited Avalon.
That's a good point. Maybe Avalon doesn't know this, though, or maybe they haven't, maybe Avalon suspects, same voice.
But they don't know.
But does not, they don't talk about it outside of their meetings and stuff.
Okay.
We have to invent a tutor for Avalon, though.
We will invent a tutor for Avalon. For now.
I was that tutor.
It was me. I'm a lot older than I look.
There's a very
it's all the blood.
looking
It
member
is all the
with a
blood.
bat mask.
It's really good stuff, guys. Blood, the best facial ever.
Listen, I'm just saying
God,
my
I
hair
just
was
said
not
that.
always this red.
I just said that on the internet.
You totally did.
Yeah, anyway. So, we'll say that they've got a creepy one then. I like this. Theirs is a spider of sorts, and their handle is Orb Weaver.
All right.
Because you're not just the horse. There are several horses. You're the Arabian. You're not just the snake. There are several snakes, etc., etc. So,
So the adder, the Arabian, and what is Avalon's again?
The lion.
Oh, so they're just the lion.
Yeah, they're just the lion.
Okay.
They're special. But yes, your mentor of sorts, who brought you in, or so you believe, is they go by Orb Weaver.
Hunts around through the few people there and sees them, and I don't know if we have a secret handshake or a salute, or if it's just
Sup.
That's it. That's the secret handshake.
You have to put your hand on their shoulder and go, "Hey."
That's the one.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. What is it?
I have a potential threat to our meeting tonight.
How so? What do you know?
Looks around if anybody else is nearby. Says, "Can we speak privately?"
Yes. One moment. Brings you over. What is it?
I was advised by a source that my identity is potentially compromised.
How? And is the source credible?
They are credible, yes. The Jarvis Hawke apparently knows my identity.
They look around. Scrying is not possible in this space.
I don't know. I don't know if we count them amongst our ranks, but even if we do, they are divulging this information publicly.
There
Either
are
way,
consequences for that.
he has close ties with the college.
I shall contact the advocate. We shall await their advisement on this. For now, continue as you would with your new recruits. They are your responsibility.
Yes.
And please do not divulge this information to anyone else. We don't want a hubbub on our hands.
I will not. Thank you, Old Weaver.
Of course. Off you get in line. And they head off into a back room of sorts. They grab another one of who you know to be sort of the four, sort of the highest ranking officers of the organization other than the advocate themselves. And you wait for the rest of the Arcanum to assemble. Jarvis.
Hello.
Hello. You arrive with your team at this divulged location. And there seem to be just several people walking around. It's still early in the evening. It's a well-trafficked area of town. But you continue to see folks walking toward this particular building, and they don't walk past.
He's going to send a few of his associates round back, and he'll take the majority of them and I think it would be not here. They'd mask up at the door.
Okay.
And as it slowly opens, there are these
At which door is my question?
the door to the main,
To the building itself. Okay.
to the building itself, yeah.
Okay.
Whoever's there sees the lower half of Doberman snouts, but then like these red piercing eyes. And Jarvis will take out a pipe, stick it under his mask, and blow a large smoke cloud. I'm casting a spell to knock out anyone in the room.
Okay. So this would just be anyone attempting to enter into the secret location, not anyone that is in it.
It's currently whoever's standing guard to the entrance of the secret location.
No one. People
No
seem to
one?
just be going in. Yeah. If you'd like, since you are spending a token, you can say that there are some people heading inside. So there might be a handful of people just like entering the building. No guard to be spoken of.
It's like secret ops. Everyone is gonna wake up with a really nasty headache, not knowing what happened.
That's fair. But yeah, if since you're spending the token, if you and you're using the magic, if you want a handful of people to sort of be caught in this on their way to the secret entrance,
And I
you can
believe
say
you
that.
need to ask me a question.
I do. And that question shall be, as I pull up my Magicks list. I assume you want this to be successful.
Yes.
So... how does an unintended side effect occur?
Some of the smoke leaks through underneath, and it's very noticeable.
Okay, so not...
It doesn't only...
It doesn't work, it's just visible from the room below.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it'll sneak its way under, and people can see that there is a smoke rising from whatever entrance they came from.
Okay. Okay. So, what does this look like?
He whispers something in another language, and as he exhales it, then a billow of smoke just emanates from his mouth, drops low to the floor, and as it reaches a person, it will like travel up their leg or body and right into their nose, and they'll pass right out.
Okay. We'll say you end up catching 4 individuals that are making their way toward this back room, and they just keel over.
Let's go.
All right. You start heading toward where you assume all these other individuals were heading, to this back room. Downstairs, Avalon, you and your 2 potential new recruits are waiting under the instructions of not telling anyone what you think you may know under these circumstances, when a couple of voices go, "What's that? Up there, look." And you all look up to see this billowing of obviously magical smoke coming down just below the line of the ceiling down into this room. Has no effect on anyone, but it is very visible, and you would surmise that it is coming from the room upstairs.
Immediately turns to look over to wherever Orb Weaver is right now to see if, like, are they responding to this? Are they...
They went into a back room and have not come back out yet.
That's not good. And starts heading back to that back room to, like, knock on the door or something.
Okay.
Do we also see this?
Yes, you all see this. People are bringing very clear attention to it right now and are getting a little worried.
Mr. Sinclair, I think we might have a problem.
Yes. So the spell I intend to put into effect, it's basically going to pull attention from others and bring it to me. But to activate it, it requires intense physical contact. And the best catalyst I found thus far is a kiss.
So should we trigger that now, or would you like to wait?
Let's hold off just a bit. Not that I don't want to kiss you, but circumstances and all that, you understand.
Yes.
As they finish that statement, they see a figure walking out of the smoke, and there is a low whistle. It's the first 4 notes of "In the Hall of the Mountain King."
Okay, that's probably should.
She kisses him.
And as as it happens, you feel. I don't know if I probably need to do tokens for this.
You probably need to do a token for this.
Yeah,
I
so-
would also say, I think Jarvis needs to do a token to be able to enter this room, because technically speaking, its entire purpose is to keep the uninitiated out. So...
Oh, it's just a simple, like, reaches up towards whatever rune is hiding this room, and he just crushes it. I'll spend that token.
Yeah, please do. And I'll say this best affects Avalon at this point. So Val, choose from that list
This
there.
is where I'm gonna spend all my tokens on magic bullshit.
Do it.
I will token fight you.
Let's go.
Choke.
Treasury estate.
Choke.
So, which tokens are we resolving first?
Let's resolve getting into the room, just to make that happen. So if Val would like to choose from the list there. I have it.
What does the magic demand from you, or what does it make you promise?
There's a whispering in the back of his head, something deep and guttural, and maybe later he'll have to pay in blood.
I
The facilitator will remember this.
could I, since I don't know if there's any negotiating in these.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I say that the cost is immediate?
Cost immediate?
Yeah.
Sure.
You must pay in blood in order, because that feels like big magic. To disrupt the ward, I would think you'd have to pay that cost right
This
away.
feels like the consequences of playing a game with a bunch of other DMs.
Hell yeah. The masks are basically bottom covering, so you can see a streak of white going through his hair as he loses some years off his life.
Alrighty then.
I'll take it. So Avalon has gone straight back. I mean, obviously the magic that they're doing can play, but Avalon has immediately gone towards that room, and if nobody responds within like the first knock, within like a few seconds, they just open the door.
I will offer you a token as well, Val. I will offer you a token that there is no one there.
Is it just an empty room?
It is an empty room.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll take that. I'm full on tokens now, so I guess I'll join the club, Savannah. Val immediately. Avalon. God.
Val?
Jesus.
When did Val get here?
Valley.
Avalon immediately turns around and says, "Everyone leave now, it's a trap."
Distraction. Imminent.
You come here.
Make out, fake out.
Make
Bernie is
out, fake out.
gesturing towards Avalon, and I will say you probably you find it a bit odd that you don't immediately know where Jess is, because she's already kind of faded from your perception.
This is very like the whole room kind of vanishes away, and only Bernard is there.
I mean, he's not gonna have time to smooch everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
we have
that's-
time.
But the
We're going
important
a little
people.
overtime. I will wait.
Can I spend one token? Because if the purpose of us in making this distraction, then I think there has to be. I would spend a token to say that there has to be some sort of emergency escape, like Waystone or something in here.
Oh, absolutely. That's very fair.
Like that members of the organization would immediately go towards to start. Like maybe it's just like there's a specific brick on the wall, you touch it and you just appear like somewhere completely random within town. Nobody knows where that is. Like it's just everyone is completely like scattered when
I like
they touch
that.
it,
I love
especially
it.
since they would return to their normal appearance.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So as soon as the lion makes that pronouncement of everyone needs to scatter, everyone just rushes headlong. We'll say it's on that back wall by that door that you just opened to find empty, and people just instantaneously just disappearing. And then there was you.
Is this like a large
And
group
Bernard.
of people? Because if so, I want to also spend a token.
Yes, it is a large group.
So
of
I've
people.
kind of like
Ghosted.
ghosted out. Can I spend a token to make sure that everybody gets out, and to make sure that it's not just like a bunch of people like crowding the stone, like the area that is sort of moving people out, to like amplify the magic that Bernard has used, and to be able to essentially like
You want to like
touch a
you
few
wanna,
people
like,
and like extend it out to
stealth
them.
cloak
Yeah.
multiple people. Yeah, I say you could spend a token on that.
Just a few.
Okay.
I'll kiss them.
I'll kiss them if I need to. Yeah. I am going to negotiate that. Yes, that is how you pass it on, because this is the game where Sith got her smooches. So I'm just saying that will probably be part of the title of this episode as well. I'm just saying.
And
The
I
day
said,
Sid got smooches.
and I realized that I said spend a token, but I also think like, because I don't know if it directly impacts anyone, or if it might be make more sense to spend a tag for what I was doing, One of my positive reputations are like getting
Oh.
everyone to leave.
I
Because I
like
do have the
that.
commanding positive reputation.
I like it. So I was gonna give it to you because it wasn't necessarily like a magic that was being created. It was more of a failsafe, but I like that as well. So yeah, I say
Yeah.
go ahead and burn that.
Otherwise, I'm gonna forget to spend tags. I'm gonna end up at 5, so I gotta do these somewhere.
Perfect.
I could also spend a tag, I guess.
With this, which of your tags would this be?
Brash.
But that is a negative one, so it has
Yeah,
to
that's a
bite you in the
negative.
ass.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay with negative consequences, but
Diplomatic might work.
that's also
for
true. I have so
keeping
many
the crowd
positives.
organized. But
What about candid? Because what about like, listen,
listen to me.
this is
You
what
must kiss me
I'm
right
going
now
to-
if you want to get out of this situation.
kiss me if you want to
safely.
live. That's
Yes.
better. I want to do that instead.
Yes. Please. Yes. That is exactly what happens. You go around to several people and say exactly that. And,
Inspired by Bernard. Kiss me if you want to live.
I think for each person you smooch, you feel briefly like the reverse of what you felt before, but it doesn't like linger in you of like their, essence is too broad a word, but getting pulled out of them, but you feel it shunting over towards Bernard as the original focus of the spell. Which
Every
you
time
do
I kiss
still-
them, I think about Bernard.
Yeah. But,
That was the trap the whole time.
yep.
so we're just it following this magic right now, where we're just like passing
Yes.
on this curse to the next, or curse, but this magic to the next person we kiss.
Kind of,
Yes.
yeah. But for positive results?
For positive results.
And basically,
So
as
it
soon
helps.
Yeah.
as soon as Avalon said the thing and like started directing people, Bernard basically marched straight across and said, I'll explain this later, but I need to kiss you if you want to get out of here. And just goes in for it. And
I will say in that moment, because we are going over time, but we do need to stop. I will say in that moment, that is when we get the moment of at the top of the stairs entering the room. We get Jarvis. We hear the notes of the song. But as Jarvis enters the room, briefly, this sort of half Doberman mask is quickly obscured by a red-tailed hawk mask. And that's where we'll end for the evening, I think. Yay!
Did you expect us to all kiss our way out of your trap?
No. You solved my ambush puzzle.
Your kissing puzzle.
turned it into a
But
smooch puzzle.
in fact turned it into a kissing puzzle.
Well, let's
which
be real. That's
makes
the
it even
only
better.
solution that Sid wants in any sort of puzzle
Is
she sets out
smooching.
before us.
Bernard pulls out a
True.
crate and a tarp that says "free kisses." Howdy, y'all.
You kissing boothed your way out of this. The Netflix original movie Kissing Boothed your way out of this. I'm so
That's the plot of
proud.
that movie.
That movie was terrible and had really, really bad, like, toxic relationship things involved. Yeah,
We made it good.
you made it good, though. I'm really proud of all of you. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Real quick, let's go around and tell us one more time where we can find you on the internet, who the heck you are, promote away, and give me some stars and wishes, too.
I do like the backdrop of the spooky music.
We
For this.
probably should change the spooky music. You're right. We'll go back to this one. No. That one. Yeah. All right. Val.
Hello, everybody. I am Val the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch, and as I said at the top, You can find me here on GGK Thursdays through Sundays. I specifically, if you want to join us tomorrow, we'll be running our next session of Neon Souls. We're playing the Cypher system in a cyberpunk setting. Right now, we've gone to more of the kind of sci-fi side of cyberpunk, getting into the Aliens franchise a bit, where the gang is now currently trying to stop a parasitic alien from eating and bursting their way out of all sorts of people. Yeah,
Me
that's right.
specifically.
Savannah's character got infected.
I'm
so,
alien.
yeah, we're all alien. So
I'm the only one that's excited about it.
join us for that tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And I also run a game on Sunday. I run 2 games on Saturdays on alternating weeks. Saturday night's Apocalypse and Saturday night's Star Power. And unfortunately, we won't have a game this Saturday though, due to some off-stream commitments. But we will see you there in the following weeks.
Any stars or wishes?
Stars and wishes. I mean, is everyone just gonna say Bernard's kissing booth as stars?
Bernard kissing everyone.
Assuming that's an implied star.
Yeah.
I'll pick something else though. I think. Well, I'll just give another one to Alex. The speech was very good, and I definitely think that I want to explore more of that stuff, like with the characters stuff. That's my wish, is to get to talk about the speech between Avalon and Bernie.
I like this. I like this a lot. Savvy.
That's me. Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internet, mostly on Twitter, sometimes on Twitch. You can find me here most days, I think so Thursdays through Sundays, when this channel is live. I'm also a couple of other places on the internet. On Sunday nights, I am on twitch.tv/lbhackemup playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So after I run Slang 101 on Sunday afternoons, so you can just have a whole Sunday with me. And then on Mondays, I am on twitch.tv/Colonomicon at 7 p.m. Eastern time, playing Monster of the Week. Finally, I get to play it in an extended capacity after running it for like 2 years, where I'm playing the spooky goth who just wants to sleep with all her coworkers. It's not great, but it's great. So yeah, you can come hang out with me then. And then otherwise, I tweet when I'm live, which is mostly here. My star, other than Bernie kissing everyone, which is incredible, and also the lecture, which was incredible. I want to give a star to Val for the scene with Avalon and Jessamine having tea, and Avalon, I think for the first time in a conversation between the two of them, really like backing down, and whether or not they see her as an equal, like treating her as an equal and just having what felt like, even if there's still some like wild trust stuff going on there, like treating her as an equal, and like it felt like a real conversation with like no masking, and that was really nice. I think that's a really nice development. And then my wish is, after everything that's happened, I want Bernard and Jessamine to sit down and really have like a legit conversation, like an honest conversation about stuff.
Bernard, you're getting as many conversations as you're getting smooches. Excellent. RJ.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream. I'm here sometimes on Thursdays and Saturdays. Saturdays during our Apocalypse War No, sorry. Prince of the Apocalypse campaign. I play a tiefling wildfire druid who kind of just wants to watch the world burn. And also, on alternating Saturdays, I play Fang, who is watching his world burn at the moment as we speak.
And in both of them, he's in love with me.
You asked for it. On Mondays, I'm over at the Indoor Adventures channel where I play Calum, a Shatterkai wizard who likes to do fucky things with magic, like casting Demiplane and then using Planar Shift to get anywhere in the world he wants. And on Sunday mornings, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel where I play a half-elf sorcerer cleric named Rollin Grandbrook, who... his party has, like, some tendencies to get hurt. And I have Life Transference as my only healing spell. It's going well. Stars and wishes. Stars. I think it's just going to Alex today. Like, seriously, the lecture, the land speed record for most smooches in a game. But yeah, wishes. I wish it was 2 weeks from now to see how this plays out, because, oh my god. Just so all of you know, I had nothing to do with this. This was all Sid.
It was. It really was. I thought it was something fun to incorporate, and we'll all talk about it off stream.
That sounds like a lie, but okay.
No, 100%. I did not go over this other than what you all saw in Discord earlier. We'll talk. We'll talk. It'll be great. All right. And Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I just realized I meant to turn on my lights into Popo sirens when the raid kicked off.
Wee-woo, wee-woo.
But I am OMG at Some Guy on the internets. I'm here on this channel Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Next time you'll see me is on Tuesday running our Masks game. Continuation of the Squire Squad. They are getting ready for the big school dance. It's not quite prom, but it's still a pretty big deal. So we'll see what shenanigans arise there as more and more of their classmates are suddenly displaying superpowers. But let's see, for tonight, I mean, obviously the stars go to me. Gosh, let's see.
And he's modest too, everyone.
Let's see, stars. I mean, I want to find a way to give them to all of you. I think just everyone getting ready, and everyone's just being so much more honest and open with each other, and it's going to be interesting to see how that goes after, if and when we find out that this is Jarvis doing this, and if he finds out it's all of us. And then Wish is going to be, this one will be kind of self-serving, but I very much am looking forward to the clip when y'all see what the end game of this contingency plan is that Bernard has set up.
Oh, there's more.
Of course there's more. It's Alex. There's always more.
I'm just going to add Alex's end game is what's going on the sheet.
Because
Excellent.
Archie, we're endgame.
Oh, and I have been your facilitator this evening. I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. Also on the Discordies at GreekSid. Mostly recently on the GGK Worlds Discord server. What's up? Playing Humblewood. It's a lot of fun. My star, other than all of the smooches, thank you for knowing your audience, Alex. And the epic fucking TED Talk. Thank you for that. It was so... I was worried about just like, I don't want to put you on the spot. Alex is like, oh my beer. That was great. Amazing. Other than that, I will have to say the fact that you all still are speaking to me after all of the Pegasus shenanigans. I appreciate all of you for that. So stars to everyone for still communicating with me. My wish. My wish is for we'll talk off stream and on stream, but I think I want to get into some more political intrigue because I feel like we've set ourselves up for that quite extensively where we are so far. So I'd like to see some of that. We'll talk. And also just more smooches, which was accomplished. I will say what I was able to cross off of the wishes list was Bernie smooches, which they ended up doing for themselves. And what was one more? Oh, SWAT team scene for Jarvis. Check. Done. And if you want to see any of that and more, coming out with us next time. We will be back right here. Same bat time. Same bat channel. 2 weeks from now. Which I believe... Wow. We're really... Are we now in 13th March? Is that... Yeah. Wow. We'll be to the end of 13th March. Amazing. Come join us there. If you have, again, stuck out this entire stream and have no fucking clue what's going on, 1, bless. And 2, you can definitely catch up on YouTube or, you know, any recently broadcast items on the VOD on Twitch. We're going to get out of here because we're vastly over time. But you know what? Every 2 weeks, we get a little bit of extra. It's fine. Until next time. A good game, and good night, Internet.